I was wrong. I just want to start out by saying I was wrong. I think it's important that I say I was wrong. In the Washington Examiner story where they say they posted one of the text things, I was like, why wouldn't you continue posting the Examiner? Well, the Washington Examiner provided a link to the other documents, and I couldn't, guys, I could not be happier to be wrong. Because this, again, the continued documentation, I'm going to post this on my Twitter feed as well, at Hal Sparks on Twitter, so you guys can get a good look at it yourself. But those, first of all, the text that Don Gaetz got from David McGee, this lawyer at this firm in Florida, who's trying to get this guy Robert Levinson out of Iran when everyone else thinks he's dead. The end of what they posted on there ended with "I will ensure," stopped with what they said they will ensure. Which, by the way, from the pro Matt Gaetz Washington Examiner point of view, if you don't notice the link that says here's all the documents, if you just kind of breeze past it because you're used to just breezing past those, also read this other story ones, and you just kind of blow those things off, you wouldn't notice necessarily that more of the documents are provided on a whole other page. Now it's digital. I don't know why you wouldn't just put it on the same page. Do you? Can you? What are you going to do? Run out of digital space? I don't understand. So over the course of this, he goes, "I will ensure," is where we left it off. The next text continues. Along with that, by the way, the printout of Project Homecoming. "I will ensure that Matt is on the plane that delivers Levinson to his family, and thus," oh, I love this, "thus making him the most sought-after public figure in the world for his effort." Yes. I'm not kidding. Thus making him the most sought-after public figure in the world for his efforts to obtain Levinson's release. Then my partner will see to it that Matt receives a presidential pardon and some rice-a-roni, thus alleviating that. I added that. Thus alleviating all his legal issues. Why would you need a pardon against a fake case? Why would you offer that the guy could provide you with a pardon if the stuff isn't real? If the evidence isn't there, what the hell do you need a pardon for?
It's their playbook. They want it both ways every single time.
Absolutely. We all know
Biden's horrible. Biden's not president.
Right.
Which is it?
Yeah. We all know, listen to this postamble. We all know that politics makes strange bedfellows. Oh, bad choice of words. Dude, don't use strange bedfellows in a series of texts that relate to, all right, underage women being trafficked, like girls being trafficked. I can assure you that we have the ability to obtain Robert Levinson's release immediately, but we cannot allow the U.S. government to be involved because they have repeatedly blocked his release since his capture. This is, and there's a chunk of it missing, which I also think is curious. This is a gentleman who lives something, blah, blah, blah. Robert Levinson's heart is failing, and if we are going to obtain his release, it must be done immediately. Matt is more than welcome to attend the meeting, but we are fine just to meet with you, as my partner knows you are a man of your word and has a great deal of respect for you. Please call me and let me know if you're willing to meet with us immediately. I assure you that you will not be wasting your time. Bob Kent, who's the other lawyer guy at who's at Justice. And then they provide the Project Homecoming document. The first page has the fingers on it. There's only 2 fingers on page 2. This is the continuation of that thing. The team that delivers Mr. Levinson, to the President of the United States shall strongly advocate that President Biden issue a presidential pardon or instruct the Department of Justice to terminate any and all investigations into Congressman Gaetz. Again,
I don't care how many kids this guy F's. Look at what he did.
Yeah, the team has been assured by the president that he will strongly consider what? The team has been assured by the president that he will strongly consider such matters because he considers the release of Robert Levinson a matter of national urgency. Well, what the hell does he need you for? Either the government is continually blocking the release of Robert Levinson or they aren't. All right, the team is highly confident that the president will indeed hail Congressman Gaetz as a national hero. And Congressman Gaetz' national and international profile shall be greatly enhanced.
Can you imagine, like, reviewing this, like, being the editor going, I don't think this is hyperbolic enough.
Really? Yeah, guys, it needs more smoke. Will be greatly enhanced by his key assistance to the release of Robert Levinson. Robert Levinson's release has been privately negotiated by certain United States and Mexican individuals, and the cost associated with facilitating Robert Levinson's release is $25 million. A 6-month, $25 million loan. Who extorts a loan for 6 months? Who? All right. Is sought to immediately fund the release of Robert Levinson. The loan shall be repaid from the $25 million reward offered by the United States government for the release of Robert Levinson.
How handy.
How do you extort money you're going to give back? I don't... Look, what is being extorted? What is the thing of value that they are getting from Don Gaetz and Matt? That we get to sit on your 25 mil for, Yeah, all right. So, how are you extorting money? A loan. All right. The loan listen to this. The loan proceeds shall be deposited in the trust account of Beggs and Lane RLLP, a 501 Comencia Street of 501 Comendencia Street, Pensacola, Florida. Attention, David L. McGee, Esquire. Mr. McGee shall be instructed that the fund shall be used at the sole discretion of his client without limitation of amount and use, whether it be personal or business, and that his client shall have no requirement to document how the funds were used, because they don't. I mean, some of these people in Mexico are sketchy, and they're obviously dealing with drugs and like opium trafficking and that kind of stuff. So they're doing an old-fashioned CIA, crack for arms, Iran deal, redux, right? It's basically, again, like Joel Greenberg is a C-list Jeffrey Epstein. These guys are C-list Iran-Contra, right? That's what they're trying to do. The loan shall require no interest payment. That's the extortion. 6 months. You're not even getting interest on that? What's up? As long as Congressman Gaetz' legal matters are resolved to his satisfaction. So either you give us $25 million. We either fix his legal problems and they go away, or we pay you interest. I mean, has there ever been a more vicious extortion scheme that you've ever heard of in your life? Why does this idiot think it helps to provide this document? Seriously, hold on one second. I want to show people on the chat, like as we talk about this stuff. This document real quick. This is the document that I'm reading from. Sorry, Johnny, I'm covering your face temporarily while I post this online. And this is, I'll provide the link to this whole document.
What I should be eating yogurt right now.
That's right. Honestly, a slurping sound behind this would make it really awful.
No, that'd be horrible.
That's the only thing that could make this worse. Okay, Congressman Gaetz or his designee shall be kept apprised of the progress of Mr. Levinson's release, but Congressman Gaetz, his agents, his heirs, and his designees shall agree to remain completely silent as to the information received about the progress of Mr. Levinson's release. So until we get him out, don't say anything, because obviously you could blow it. And by the way, they blew it. If the guy is alive, let's just say for a second that these people are just desperately trying to get this guy out alive, that by saying my dad wore a wire and this was an extortion scheme, Matt Gaetz just killed Robert Levinson.
Yeah.
That's the other awful that's presented here. In an effort to cover his own butt and protect himself from this, these charges, which he will be unsuccessful in doing, he, according to these guys, let this guy die. It shall be expressly agreed in writing that Congressman Gaetz and or his designees shall not disclose any information about the nature of the release project during or after the project's completion and subsequent to Mr. Levinson's release. So don't talk about how we arranged this. I don't know why you would, since it was all, graft. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. It shall never be made public that Congressman Gaetz or his representatives or associates assisted in funding the release project. Assisted in funding it. They got their money back, of course, because it would sound a little, it would kind of undermine that whole national hero thing if you just loaned them money and you got it back and it was really just a cover for your criminal endeavors.
Oh,
right.
Please.
Good God, man. Why would you give this to anyone? Why? How are you this bad a liar? You're a Republican. Time is of the essence. In the matter of Robert Levinson's release, due to Mr. Levinson's health issues and deteriorating medical condition, please understand that this is a one-time offer and requires immediate attention and an immediate decision of acceptance or rejection. Well,
Okay.
if they reject it, what are they not going to do for you in this extortion scheme? Just not run interference for you? Amazing. There's more. We'll be back right after this. Matt Gaetz is done. Is done.
Dun.
This is the first time I'm seeing this whole document. Like, I knew about, you guys know, when this first came out, I think I'm the only person who described the extortion scheme that they kept calling it in detail. I don't know why anybody else was going, yeah, he's saying he's getting extorted. No. You have to go into the details to recognize not only is he not being extorted, but he's using this fake extortion scheme idea in his own head to cover for himself. We'll be back.